on ESEA servers was goofy yesterday. I don't know if
Really?
they've fixed it. Yeah, it was defaulting to 0.31 and 0.2. Or
Amazing.
interp ratio 2 and interp 0.31. So it was off, and that was why I was having such frustrations because I didn't know, and I was just whiffing shots because my interp was all skewed. But here we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, going live on 3. Primetime versus Kelevra Gaming. We've got Iadavia playing under Fonzarelli, Rufel, Benito, King Gordon, and Maz facing off against Planks, Strebber, Floki, Flashstep, and Shazam. And we're going to see which team's going to pick up that early momentum on this DE Mirage clash of the tournament titans, so to speak. So we will be seeing what they can do in this first round. Is Primetime going to take it? Is Kelevra going to snatch it away? We're going to see who's going to take that early momentum. As we do see it look like it's going to be a bit of an A take here, as 3 members of KG are going to be in the apartments and 2 members coming up that ramp. And here comes the push. And Maz with the early frag. Nice one shot on the Floki coming out through that apartment. Fonzarelli taking a lot of damage, but Rufel with the 180 is going to be able to take down Planks. Flash Step takes down Benito. Shazam onto Maz. Fonzarelli is going to be able to pick up Strebber. That's going to make it a 3 versus 2. Flash Step and Shazam, the last 2 remaining. Shazam going to get taken down by King Gordon, and Fonzarelli going to pick up that last one on the Flash Step after Rufel gets dropped. And that's going to be a good start for Primetime, able to pick up this pistol round.
And that worked out really well for Primetime. Maz initially had the first look at Halls at what turned out to be a 3-man press on him. He did the right thing by just peeking, seeing he was outgunned, immediately fell back. And then Kelevra had the actual right reaction, which was don't bother chasing the frag, you might run into something. What happened there, though, was the smoke setups were all right. They just didn't really cover enough of the map so they wouldn't get clipped as they sort of entered the site. So Primetime secured man advantage early, and though it was a nice play at the end by Flashstep and Shazam, they did a lot of damage, they just couldn't close out the round.
I feel most important smoke in that situation right there was the CT spawn smoke. They didn't have it. If they would have gone with a 3-2,
looks like we're just going to get a typical eco round coming out of Kelevra Gaming right now.
Absolutely.
Overload top of B halls. See if you can't just force the site and plant the bomb, but Primetime doesn't look like they're going to be fooled by it. We've got 2 in sight with rifles ready to go.
And there you go, Rufel, King Gordon going to combine to decimate 2 of them, coming in, make that 3 of them, leaving the last man standing Planks, and he's going to get taken down by King Gordon as well. And go back onto that first pistol round. I think that a smarter strategy for them there would have been, instead of doing a 2-3, Halls 3-2 ramp, if they would have done a 3-2 on ramp and 2 Halls, and had that extra smoke for CT spawn, because that's what ended up costing them in the long run, was they were able to double up that look on CT spawn and able to pick off a couple down there. So.
Right, yeah, but you also got to applaud Primetime for coordinating that they're positioned together and they're both focusing on the same side of the map.
No,
together.
absolutely, 100%. Great teamwork coming in from them. As we do see a 2-0 lead for them right now, but it is a buy round, and Benito's still with the MP7 in hand, and that could come back to haunt them here. Is with that bomb plant in the first round, they are able to pick up the AK-47s this round. And peeking out is going to be Benito. He is going to spot that guy. And now they know that it's a gun round because they've heard that AK-47 get fired. So, going to maybe switch up their setup just a little bit here, as we do see the number 3 man of Benito working his way into the window room. So we have Rufel down there watching the underpass, and your number 4 man of King Gordon watching that be catwalk push as well. But it looks like the push is going to come towards the A bomb site. They do have Strebber sitting back here on the backside of Cat. He's going to catch Rufel here in just a second, put a little exchange of fire there, and he's going to get the better of him. So that's going to make it a 4 versus 5. And look at this. They're just going to walk up through these smokes on A. And here comes the push now from Kelevra Gaming, as Planks has made his way into Sandwich. Shazam sitting on the boost box. And we do see one up in Halls as well. And the first victim is going to be Planks. Maz going to get dropped. Shazam and Floki going to work as well. Strebber gets taken out by King Gordon. And there's the trade of frag. So it is going to be a 1 versus 3 situation. King Gordon with one right on his left-hand side. That's Shazam at the steps leading up to the to where the E-box typically is. And Shazam just biding his time here, as King Gordon's going to be peeking in just a second. Gets spotted, does take him down, so now it's a 2 versus 1. And a nice play from King Gordon. But they have rotated Floki all the way around to apartments. And we're going to see whether or not King Gordon can get into this bomb site and get this defused. But he is going to feel the pinch here in just a second. And some good harassment fire from Flash Step. Oh, and King Gordon does spot the last one, but he isn't going to have enough time to defuse the bomb, as it is going to explode here in just a second. Floki might die to the bomb. Yes, he does. So even though Kelevra is on the board, a very costly round for them, as they did lose all of their weapons.
So you might be wondering, as a viewer, why didn't Primetime decide to buy up there and force maximum powerful rifles that round? And you're going to see it right here is that even though Kelevra won the round, they all wound up with a little bit more than 3K at the end of it. So now they're all force buying in. So if they lose this round, they're going to put themselves in the hole for the next two. And while Primetime essentially just said, all right, we're going to have suboptimal weapons, but we're still going to have the opportunity to buy next round no matter what happens. So that's why that makes this round 4 a lot more important than what just happened in terms of how the round will play out. And Benito gets an early pick on Shazam and Halls, and that's exactly what they wanted to do.
And that's huge. He had Flash Step with support there, but unfortunately Flash Step a little bit slow to react. I believe that was Flash Step. Actually, that was Floki up there in the halls. That was Shazam support man, but they unfortunately don't get the trade. And that's going to really help Primetime as we see Maz pushed up all the way in middle, and he's just relaying a ton of information to his teammates, letting them know, hey, this is going to be an A take. You guys can hold the fort down over there. Let's rotate that number 2 guy off of that B bomb site. That's Rufel, as Benito going to work this round, already picking up 2 frags. And King Gordon, if he peeks out this window, he's going to have one right below him. But Fonzarelli going to drop Floki. Benito dropping a third. That's Planks, and the last man standing is going to be Strebber over there in the middle. He's coming up that connector, but King Gordon's going to be able to spin around and take him out. So there you go. And now Kelevra is going to be on the eco.
Yeah, and if they don't get the bomb down this round, they're definitely going for a second round after that. So that's going to swing a huge amount of momentum in favor of Primetime. What went down that round was Benito got the early pick. Kelevra didn't really react that well to it, but the bigger problem was when they went for their execute. Strebber was nowhere near connector to actually support the guys coming out of hall, so they just got basically slaughtered.
Gotcha, as we do see that push coming towards that middle area, and there is nobody going to be watching in there, but Maz is going to be on the catwalk. He's going to be able to pick up 2 before he gets taken out, and Benito, with good support for his teammate there, is going to be able to pick off 2 as well. A gun now in the hands of Flash Step, but they don't have any armor, and he's going to get taken down by King Gordon. So 4-1 now, and Primetime off to a really good start.
Yeah, no, they bent a couple rounds, but they have yet to break. Again, you gotta have to save again with Kelevra, yeah. And that's the risk with buying 3rd round and not securing the 4th, especially if you drop every rifle.
Exactly. They were hurting for money going into that gun round, lost it, and there you go. So that's exactly what happened here. Is Kelevra going to be on the eco once again? It looks like they're going to be going for a fast B take this time. They did have one guy that was the 8-man Floki lurking in that middle, but not going to be holding that this time. And they don't have anybody playing in the B bomb site. Actually, they only have King Gordon on catwalk. And Benito going to find one here in just a second. Rufel with a nice nade is going to be able to combine with Benito's M4A1 to take one down. And now the push towards B is coming. And Maz and King Gordon actually on the catwalk is going to be able to pick off 2. Drops the bomb carrier, and that's going to give his team time to rotate. So losing 1 weapon so far this round. They do have a double op setup. And Maz with the AWP, they are going to get the bomb down. But it is all going to be on Floki, and unfortunately he just doesn't have enough time or gunpowder to hold them off, and that's going to be it. So Maz cleaning that one up, going to get the defuse, and 5-1 is going to be your score.
Well, that'll secure them the money they need, but if they learned anything really crucial from that round in terms of information, is that they're running 2 ops for Primetime. I think that's a humongous gamble to take on this map. I don't really think many maps support 2 ops on counter-terrorist side, but I think this one in particular, it might hurt more than it helps. So Maz and Rufel, eyes on you. If you guys hold strong with those ops, you'll do great, but not dying instantly without getting any trades will definitely put the crunch on for Primetime.
Well, actually, a funny thing is you say that, but I don't believe they know that this is a double op setup, because Rufel was over in the A bomb site with that AWP. I don't think he ever took a shot with it. So the only one that they know has an AWP is gonna be Maz. And as we see Benito getting dropped early, getting aggressive on that A ramp. So I don't think they actually know that there's a double op setup, which does help Primetime in this round if they are able to utilize both of those AWPs, as we do see Rufel going to be holding on catwalk, and Maz is going to be by the E-box. And Rufel looking for that pick on that number 7. Man, that's Strebber back there in the back of mid by the boxes, by where the green crate used to be in the 1.6 version of this map. But we are going to be seeing an A-take from Kelevra Gaming here in just a minute, as the smokes are out and getting ready to be deployed. So we will be seeing them work their way towards this A-bomb site here in just a moment. And here comes the smokes and flashes. Iadavia playing aggressive on the A ramp. He's going to spot one here, takes him down. And right on the other side of that smoke, Maz going to get Floki, and that's a nice shot from him. Finally, Fonzarelli is going to get dropped. Maz with a nice counter flash is going to hold him at bay for just a few seconds longer, allow his teammate to rotate around, but he is going to get caught there. Now they know that there's a double setup. The bomb has been dropped, and Rufel and King Gordon, the last two standing for the CT side, and they're going to be going up against the op of Shazam, and Shazam getting a free kill on Rufel there. He is going to pick up the AK-47. He does have 46 points of health. He is going to be able to get this bomb plant, and King Gordon going to be pushing into the bomb site now as Rufel. Oh, and there it is. So Shazam going to be able to clean that one up. And a nice 1 versus 1 or 1 versus 2 for Shazam, able to pick up those last 2 frags and solidify that round. But again, a costly round for Kelevra. They do have over 5K, but if they lose this one, they will be forced to save. And look at Iadavia's money, $10,000.
Just sitting on stacks right now. That was a good play by Shazam. It was kind of a sloppy peek by Rufel at the end, though. He really put Gordon in a poor position, and Shazam just outplayed him in a 1v1. Got the headshot when it mattered. Again, they're opting for a double op setup, though. Instead, Iadavia is going to pick up the op instead of Maz on Cat. So we'll see how that winds up playing out.
Absolutely. As you can see, Iadavia 5-2 on the scoreboard. Doing a good job for his team, but King Gordon 12-3. Just destroying right now, 7 rounds in. And, you know, I had the pleasure of watching him at the Philadelphia. Ooh, nice shot by Strebber, though. I was about to sing his praises, and then he gets caught there early in this round and dropped. And a nice nade onto Strebber is also going to do some damage, drop him down to 16 points of health. But that doesn't really matter because it still is a 4 versus 5 in favor of Kelevra Gaming. And Fonzarelli with the AWP is going to have contact with Shazam in just a second. Gets the better of him. So a nice 1-for-1 trade now, able to drop that AWP out of the clutch of last round. Shazam's hands, so we will be seeing that 4 versus 4 come into effect now as King Gordon and Shazam are going to be forced to sit out the remaining 45 seconds of this round. And that double up setup still for Primetime being effective as we see a nice push from Maz, going to be able to catch Strebber at the top of mid, but the push coming towards the A bomb site. Let's get in the eyes of Iadavia. He is going to spot one at the boost boxes, takes him down. He's got planks in the sandwich. We're going to see what they can do now as Floki working his way out of halls. Going to be able to get that bomb plant as there is no contest from the CT spawn area. They're all over by Connector and spamming through the smoke. Plank's going to drop one. Benito going to answer back, and the last man standing is Floki. He's going to drop one, but Rufel going to be able to clean that up in the double up setup. Once again, proving powerful for Primetime.
I mean, it worked out pretty well for Primetime right there. They essentially had, after Roberts got that pick in mid, they essentially threw more, like 2 extra CTs at mid because they lost that information from Cat. Now, the weird part about that was it left A essentially open, with the exception of Iadavia having an op posted up on halls. If Kelevra was more decisive after getting that pick, if they decided to group up and attack better in a quicker fashion, they would have easily found an open A site. But the problem was you don't expect people to just forfeit A after you get one pick mid. You expect people to be positioned differently. So congrats to Primetime for having an awkward setup that confused the crap out of Kelevra.
And they continue to trade these gun rounds, which is going to bode well for Primetime in this, as they should get a 1-for-1 free trade. But Shazam with the CZ auto pistol is going to be able to pick off one. But Maz holding in that mid connector area is going to be able to dispatch one. Throws a nice smoke that's going to cover that area. Picks up the second one. He's looking for blood this round. They have boosted up in the window. And Shazam, nice shot onto Iadavia, is going to be able to take him down. So we see a 3 versus 3 now on the eco. Flash step on Catwalk with support from his teammate. And the T's, it's kind of a sporadic round going on right here as we see Roka, you silly bastard. As we see the T's kind of scrambling here to get position, but they are going to slow it down and try to work that bomb up. It looks like through connector towards that A bomb site. That's exactly what they're going to do, is Shazam working his way out a window. And there is a CT player right now, as Benito going to be rotating his way over. And they also have Maz sitting on the A ramp. So this is a good setup for Primetime right now, as they've got a pretty healthy crossfire. And Benito going to be able to take down one. Looking for more. Oh, and Maz going to be able to get planks as soon as he turns. They got that information from Shazam, and that just pulled planks away from that A ramp and just gave the free kill to Maz. So a nice save on that eco round.
Yeah, no, it was a good save by Kelevra, but I think it was it was awkward positioning from Primetime that worked out. They essentially had one person in isolation on Cat, one guy sitting in CT spawn, and Benito just peeked at the perfect time after Maz heard the flash come in from Shazam toward lower A ramp. Kelevra really they've done really, really well at forcing their hand and getting an over rotation to mid. Now they just have to be a little more solid at committing to a site after they get the advantage.
And we are going to see an underpass fight here in just a second. Strebber's going to get the better of that one. Peeks out, takes down Maz, but not before he eats a dink, so he is down to 11 points of health. And we will be seeing a 4 versus 5 situation. You could call it a 4v4, but Roberts Doing a good job for his team getting those entry frags into these areas, as we do see Iadavia with the op shot in there. Like I said, Streber being able to pick off that second frag, and that's going to leave Benito all by himself, and unfortunately not able to hold that one down. So this round probably going to go in the favor of Kelevra, as they're trading these gun rounds back and forth. And that's, in this situation, what do you think is going on in each team's mind? Do you think Primetime is comfortable trading these rounds out, forcing the eco rounds of Kelevra?
That's exactly what you want. As a counter-terrorist, you can't consistently win every round. If you just isolate the rounds that they manage to win and then just crush them right after, the terrorist side really won't pose much of a threat to you for the entirety of the half. Primetime should feel pretty good about what their CT setups are doing. They just need to recognize the fact that they've essentially lost the first person in the past 3 rounds. They've got burned for it only once so far, but they've got to recognize that you can't give away that early trade. Even you play mid in a different manner. Be more willing to double it up, because what they've had happen is one guy die in isolation, essentially 3 straight rounds, and they only get to save one up.
goRGN going to get dropped at the end of the round. That's no money in the bank for him, but he does have 5,700. He's going to be just fine. They are going to be able to drop a gun for Iadavia as well, so we're going to see what they can do now on this side of the gun round, as they probably will be forced. Whichever team loses this round is going to be saving next round. Barring Kelevra getting a bomb plant and working it that way, they will be on the save. So if they don't get the plant, they will be saving, and we'll see what they can do here. So, and M4 Carbine question in Twitch. Yes, you can watch the SK match. It's going to be on our other stream, which is goRNGTV_2. We've got casters on that one as well, so make sure you check out both of the streams, follow both of the streams, because we will be giving you all of that good stuff. Nice dink, though. Benito going to double him up in apartments, and that's a beautiful push from him, able to drop the bomb carrier, and Shazam took a dink as well. goRGN onto the back of the Plank's head, and this is exactly what we talked about a minute ago. Unless Streber can do something sensational this round, I don't think that that Kelevra is going to be able to get a bomb plant here. As Benito, taking matters into his own hands, drops 3. Streber is able to take down 2. He's looking for more. He has to ace to do this one, but we will be seeing Maz coming up through connector, and he knows that he's on the other side, and there it is. So Kelevra most likely going to be on the save here, as you see Flash Step with only $1,600.
No, yeah, they're definitely going to have to save one round. They'll be able to buy the next, but it's frustrating if you're watching from Kelevra's perspective to die yet again to another Benito push to halls. That's, what, maybe the second or third time now that both Flowstick and Flash Step have been caught flat-footed by just an early Benito peek. So they're going to have to recognize that if they're going to do anything weird today early, it's not aggro lower, it's not go crazy like that, it's going to be throw Benito at halls.
Oh, and the early push up the A ramp, just the raw, no lube press. And that's going to solidify one early frag, but here comes Primetime with the answer. But Shazam with that auto pistol going to be able to drop 2. Looking for more. He knows where Rufel is. Rufel going to come with the pistol, but now it's a 1 versus 1. The last man standing, goRGN, and he's flanked all the way around to T-spawn. So this is a good position for him, as Shazam has picked up the M4. And he's playing a little ring around the rosy right now with goRGN. We're going to see if he can get anything in his favor now, as he has picked up 3 frags with that CZ auto pistol. He does have an M4. No armor to be spoken of, as Shazam working his way into CT spawn now. And I think goRGN knows that he's there. And here it comes. So the Shazam goRGN 1v1. goRGN gets the better of it. So there you go. 9-3 now is the score. Primetime on top.
That was a really good, really good eco out of Kelevra, because you're both teams are hurting for money when they keep trading these gun rounds. So if you can focus hard, win this round, you can almost guarantee that Primetime's gonna be on an eco. So they could grab 2 rounds by winning just 1 right here.
Absolutely. And this is definitely boding well for Primetime. The trading of the rounds, though probably not intentional, have been paying off dividends for Primetime, as we see Benito once again getting aggressive. Flowstick going to drop 1. Shazam with the op gets 1 as well. But Iadavia and goRGN answer back. Now we've got a 2 versus 2. So again, another good round for Primetime if they can get this one going, because they will force the eco once again on the other side, as Rufel with the AWP looking for Shazam. Going to miss the shot. As we see Streber working his way into the site, going to be able to get that bomb plant. Still got support from Shazam. Going to put a little bit of a wall shot onto goRGN. Drops him, and Streber is going to be able to finish that one off. So there you go, 9-4 now.
No, it was a good round from Kelevra. The weird thing is, Kelevra's essentially been working A exclusively, and that's what allowed goRGN to rotate quick out of mid and just get into the A bomb site. It's just weird that the trades are just going in Kelevra's favor before rotators actually get into the site at A in that round. And like we said earlier, Primetime has to save this round, so if Kelevra plays it smart, they can basically have won themselves 2 by just winning the previous.
So this is the first time we've seen the eco round come out for Primetime, and we're going to see if they can do anything with it, as we do see an aggressive push up middle. Roofle going to get dropped, but Fonzarelli and goRGN going to drop 2 themselves. Benito over there behind that stack, going to get walled down from Flowsick. Now it's all on goRGN, but goRGN has picked up an AK, and the damage has been done to Kelevra. Shazam, the only one with a substantial amount of HP, but they are going to go on the hunt now. Flowsick down to 10 points of health. Planks 53. Bomb has been planted in the A bomb site, and goRGN just trying to hold on to this AK-47 for the remainder of the round, which I believe he will be able to do, because at this point there's no sense in Kelevra chasing this gun. None whatsoever, because they're not good on money at all. They can't
have to
afford to lose
recognize
anything.
that. If they lose that, they're going to basically be going shorthanded in the last round of the half. And if they secure 6-9 half, that's pretty good considering how everything's played out over the first 10 rounds. Now, going into this round, Primetime's probably going to want to try something different at A. If they've been paying attention for the whole half, they'll realize there's really been only action at mid and A early. You can basically ignore B halls. So maybe they're going to want to try and get a push for early information, just gamble that they won't be expecting it.
I agree. I think that maybe doing an aggressive B halls push this round would be good, but you do see 2 members. Oh, Shazam going to open things up on a Roofle in middle. You do see 2 members of Kelevra working towards the B hallway this time with the bomb on the back of Planks. So they are going to be working towards this B bomb site, and goRGN's going to be in defense of this area all by his onesies. We're going to see if he can do anything for his team. And no, he's not. It's Flowsick with a beautiful headshot onto him. The bomb is going to get planted into this B bomb site. The rotation is on. It's going to be a slow rotate for the terrorist side, but Shazam in middle is going to be able to pick off Maz rotating. And we will be seeing a 2 versus 5 post plant. So this half is going to go 9-6 in favor of Primetime. But a nice recovery near the end for Kelevra Gaming, as they are able to pick up 6 rounds in the half. And that's a pretty, you know, this one could go either way at this point.
Oh yeah, I agree entirely. The reason Kelevra just had the ability to pick up so much momentum at the end of the half was they kept the eco rounds close, and the gun rounds were just getting traded left and right. So basically, Primetime was on the razor's edge the entire half. And when you lose once and then twice on that razor's edge, you're basically conceding most of the half. And Kelevra capitalized and won out, essentially.
Alrighty, so getting into the pistol round for the second half, we now have Kelevra Gaming on the CT side. That's Shazam, Flash Step, Flowsick, or Floki, Roberts, or Strebber, and Planks taking on Primetime. Now on the terrorist side of Maz, goRGN, Benito, Roofle, and Iadavia, who's playing under the alias Fonzarelli. And we're going to see if Primetime can continue their work towards winning this first map by taking this pistol round, or if Kelevra is going to get themselves right back in this one by taking the CT pistol. But we do have a fast push from the terrorist side towards A, as Shazam with a beautiful shot onto Benito is going to drop 1. Maz going to be able to take down Flowsick. Planks answers back. Fonzarelli drops 1. The trades are real, boys and girls. The bomb has been planted in the A bomb site. 2 members of the terrorist forces pushed into CT. We do see Roberts trying to get a frag here. Roofle down to 30 points of health. And still holding on that A ramp is going to be Fonzarelli or Iadavia. Flash Step. The double peek is good. And they have smoked off the CT spawn. So a nice play from Kelevra, forcing them to push through the smoke. But Roofle gets by 1 and drops the bomb diffuser and 1 more. And that is beautiful play from Roofle. goRGN cleaning up that last one. And I don't know if you saw that, but that was absolutely sensational from Roofle. He walked through the smoke. The other guy, goRGN, was provoking that one player that was by the smoke of the CT side to shoot through that smoke. While he ran through, Roofle walked right by him on the other side and picked off 2. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I was in eyes for Planks, and yeah, that's basically exactly what happens when you throw smoke to cover something and you know there's at least one in there. If he pushes through and you're just at the wrong angle to see the run through, you're guaranteeing some deaths for your team. And it's just unfortunate that Planks took that one angle. But in terms of the strats, we just seen Eco come in here from Kelevra trying to drop some guns, and they're not going to get any love. It's going to be left on Shazam. Ooh, Shazam actually manages to pick up Benito and Halls and grab himself a Galil. Strebber's alone in B. We'll see how the round plays out. But if you could have scripted a counter strat as Primetime, you couldn't have picked a better one that round because you had Flowsick isolated in CT spawn by himself, everyone overloaded toward mid and B, and they just essentially plowed 5 guys straight on through. And then the round developed in their favor ultimately.
Well, they just raw dogged the A bomb site. No smokes, no flashes, no nothing. They just went in as hard as they could, just straight up rushed it, and it worked out in their favor because, you know, the KG was expecting some sort of a setup, some sort of a smoke execution or something like that, and it didn't happen. And that was all she wrote, you know. That was a beautiful, beautiful pistol round.
You know, it was a well-executed strat. It just, if you're going to go ham or go home, go ham. They did. But the post plan is really what won it for him. And we see Shazam drop 2 Galils that round. I don't think Kelevra's going to buy up this round. I think they're going to go for another eco. But yeah, it's looking really strong right now for Primetime if they can keep it together for this round and then the first gun round.
And this is a replay of Fragidelphia all over for Shazam because I believe Primetime was the team that knocked Shazam's team out at the Fragidelphia LAN. So he's got his own gripe with this team. Now, it's a different roster, don't get me wrong. The nade's going to come raining in. King Gordon going to be able to pick off 2 before he gets dropped, but he had the bomb, and Maz going to be there in support as well. Flash Step going to drop 1. Maz knows where he is around the corner. He's going to be able to take him down as well. The last man standing is going to be Flash Step. He has picked up an AK. He's a little bit of a flash nade, but that's not going to matter. He's going to be able to drop 1, looking for more. Playing this smart right now, but unfortunately, Iadavia going to get the better of him. So we do have 1 member of Primetime drop from the server. I believe that's Benito. I don't know if we're going to get a pause here for him to come back or what, but it is 12-6, and now it's very crucial that he comes back in the server because it's the first gun round.
Oof. You'd hate to see this to be the turning point for this whole match, is just because they've got a 4v5. And Benito comes in and he has no money. That is unfortunate. He does manage to get an AK drop to him, but he has no armor, no equipment, just the AK and clock to his name. It seems to be a peculiar bug that's occurring in Go right now, is that sometimes you just die, crash, and then have to restart your game, and if for some reason the match doesn't maintain how much money you had.
The worst was the alt-tab bug. That was really the worst one for the longest time. Nice nade from Maz, gonna do some damage. Floki gonna be able to support Planks there. Planks down to 1 HP this round as he eats a lot of spam coming up from Benito. And they are able to get rid of that nuisance with the no head armor. You see Flowsick gonna be able to take 1 down. Shazam gets 1 as well. Shazam with the second one onto Fonzarelli. The last man standing is gonna be Maz, who is in the underpass, the subway area. And he's going to get spotted here. I don't know what Flash Step's looking at, but he finally figures them out, and there you go.
Yeah, that was a tough break for Benito. I mean, he
yes,
probably,
Primetime is in the
you know, you can play the game with
IMT.
maybes and could have hads, but if he had armor there coming up the A ramp, he probably kills Planks. He probably doesn't die in that regard, in that manner. And you get a whole different round. But now we have Primetime having to save. Hopefully, in their mumble, they're probably raging about how we just lost a gun round because Benito's stupid game crashed. And that's so stupid. But what they have to do is focus on instead. You still have plenty of rounds to work with. You only need 4. They have to get 9. You just have to focus on winning 4 before they get 9. And they'll be alright.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's exactly what they are talking about in their mumble right now. God damn it, I can't believe that that actually just happened. It's unfortunate, but now it's not about the issues. It's about how you recover from them. And the A-tank is real. And it is no longer real. Counter-terrorists win. Not much to report that round.
Nope.
It was just a complete slaughter fest today.
Oh, it was a good hold from Planks and Floki. They had a very good setup and got to burn a couple people, shoot a couple people. Round was over without a gun being dropped or a bomb being planted. So now we're going to have our first real gun round, in a way, for Primetime. See what they can do when they've got 5 guys full equipment and the setup they want.
And I was told prior to this that I couldn't do my Molotov joke anymore.
No.
So I'm biting my
folks,
tongue. I'm biting my
yes.
tongue on that one.
Unfortunately. Look back to the past for the goodness, if you care to know,
yep.
folks at home.
All right, well, we are going to see the full gun round, just like he said, and Shazam with the big green still in hand. And Strebber going to be peeking out here, going to throw a nice grenade. It's going to do a lot of damage down there. Roofle down to 48 points of health. Iadavia down to 64 as well. And they are going to be walking their way up towards this B bomb site, and we're going to see what can happen here. I'm going to stay in the eyes of Roberts. So he's going to be at the point of contention. Gets dropped by Benito. Beautiful entry frag from him. That's going to open up this bomb site as they do have one member. That's the number 2 man Flash Step up there on the catwalk. But he's not going to be contesting this in a nice flash. But Shazam, that auto pistol, I need him to teach me how to use that auto pistol because he is just nuts with that CZ75. He's got to be careful here. Roofle peeking out. I don't think he really needed to peek that whatsoever. And Flash Step playing patiently on the catwalks, waiting for his team to rotate. He's going to be able to take one down. Fonzarelli getting some spam put in on him as well. And then Nade's going to come in, not take him down, but he actually does pick one. The last man standing is going to be King Gordon, but the defuse is going to come in. So 12-9 is going to be your score. And that's all she wrote there. Dynamic Chaos wants me to say what the joke is. I can't tell you what the Molotov joke is. I have to be professional today.
It's time to be professional here. But if you want to look at that round from the eyes of Primetime, that was a good plant, but it was a really ugly post-plant setup. And that was, I think, in large part due to the fact Flash Step was still being a nuisance on Cat. You really couldn't get anybody to cross out back sight before Shazam rotates and cuts you down. And so Roofle tried to do it late, got exposed, and turned a now 4-on-4 to a 4-on-3, and it was just all she wrote. And we have an eco coming in from Primetime. Nothing exciting here. It looks like what they're going to try to do is sneak 2 up underpass and try and catch Shazam with the AWP in his hand. If they boost one window and grab that AWP, it'll be interesting to see if they can make a play after that. As Fonzarelli has both a smoke and head armor in his name and the bomb and T-spawn. So it looks like they're going to try and do a late A execute and try and catch people out of position. Floki gets the first kill as the guy coming out of ramp. He's going to catch, he's going to pick up Roofle coming out. Flash Step gets King Gordon trying to sneak up Connector, so now it's a 2-on-5 for the remaining members of Primetime. Fonzarelli manages to drop planks, but falls himself to Flowsick, and Shazam cleans up the last kill. So we're looking at 10 to 12.
Man. That auto
I know,
pistol,
it's vicious.
Too strong, man. Too strong. I'm waiting for the day they get rid of it. It's just, it's inappropriate. They need to revamp the Deagle once again. Make it like it was in 1.6. Because that was, you know, the Deagle was fair in 1.6.
I agree entirely.
The CZ75
I think the
is
CZ's
just
okay.
too OP. I think it's way too OP.
I think the limit on the ammo is good for it. I think it's fine, personally, but...
I don't agree with that.
Well, hey, we're having a healthy discussion about it. We're not going at each other's throats.
Nope,
we're going to
you're
see
wrong.
what
You're
looks
wrong.
like an A take.
We do see Primetime with the full buy round this time, and they put the big green in the hands of Roofle, and we're going to see if he can do anything with it, as he is going to be over in the apartment area, the palace area, and he's going to be completely smoked off. He's going to have Flash Step over there by the E-box area just to harass with that, and looks like Shazam's going to be over on Catwalk, so we're not going to have an AWP versus AWP battle just yet, but the smokes and flashes coming in towards the A bomb site, and Roofle going to be able to pick off Flash Step. Planks going to be able to drop 2. That's a good start for them. Floki and Planks combine to just completely destroy and shut down that push from Primetime. The last man standing going to be Iadavia. He's going to be in that smoke, and Planks going to get the 4K this round. Just a beautiful play from Planks.
So Primetime originally had a really good setup for that round, which was let's force them to burn a lot of their equipment at A and then hit late. The problem was they didn't get guys out of halls and up ramp quick enough that just didn't get slaughtered by Planks and Floki. And if they were going to send one guy connector, he should have been up there a lot faster. So that was a really good hold by Kelevra. And we're going to see a buy again from Primetime.
Just one thing to note real quick. What did I say my prediction was?
You said 16 to 12. I said 16 to 13. So we're both still on course.
Oh, man. Oh, nice counter flash. Going to be able to drop Roofle in that apartment area. Planks on fire right now. Oh, and Shazam, beautiful shot through the box all over Maz's forehead. And that was just sensational. We see Benito working his way up through the smoke on a ramp. He's got one right around underneath the balcony over there, and we're going to see what they can do. Is Benito going to be able to answer back on the Planks? Finally gets that gun out of hand. Flowsick throwing a piss poor flash, but that's not going to matter. He's going to be able to drop Iadavia. That's going to leave Benito in the bomb site, and King Gordon flanking around from the B bomb site as well. And Benito trying to buy time. He's going to be able to pick off Roberts. Bomb has been dropped. I'm not sure where it is. It's in the A bomb site. So we're going to see a 3 versus 2 as both of the terrorists have been able to work their way together. And now King Gordon gives his position away and pays for it. Flash that finally able to take down Benito, and now it's 12-12, all tied up. And this is a game, boys and girls.
That it is. I mean, I'm okay with the play sending King Gordon late to B halls, but that flank just did not work out. It was a bit of an ugly spray. He had Shazam completely unaware and just did not capitalize. So they could have turned an interesting clutch round around, but it was a solid play at the start, so they would have had to pull something out of their hats.
And they're just going to continue to buy as we look at the money situation. It's been 6 straight rounds now in favor of the CT side of Kelevra, even after losing that losing the pistol round. So we see Rufel once again with the big green, but he's not got any armor. So we're going to see what he can do with that AWP. He's going to be up in the halls. He's going to be looking for Shazam over there in the connector, and we're going to see if he can connect on a shot. But right now it looks like it is going to be an A take. Shazam going to open things up. He's down to 1 HP. King Gordon doing a good job putting some damage in on him. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. And Rufel going to get dropped as well. Plank's dropping one. A nice Molotov's going to come in there. Almost burns Maz to death. And Floki going to be able to drop him. It's going to leave it all on Iadavia. He's got one to beat right above him. That's Flash Step. Going to be able to do that. And now he's on a 3 versus 1. So Shazam with 1 HP. A grenade will take him out, but unfortunately he doesn't have the grenades to speak of. So that's going to be it for that one. And it looks like he wants to fall back and try to hold on to his gun here as he works his way up into Palace with the bomb on his back. I'm not sure if he really wants to go for this or what he wants to do. So let's go ahead and follow in the eyes of Fonzarelli right now. He's got Floki pushing him in Palace. He's going to get spotted. Now they're playing a little ring around the rosy action. He's going to be able to take down Iadavia, or Iadavia is going to be able to take down Floki, but then Shazam going to be able to take him down as well. So Kelevra with their first lead of the game, 13-12. It came 25 rounds in.
They did manage to focus down and get it though. That round for a Primetime seemed to be like a really broken strat on the AXQ. It looks like the flashes weren't coordinated correctly and they just wound up hitting it kind of poorly. As you may or may not be able to tell, they're starting to bicker. It's not looking good. They're looking like the prescription is just to rush B though. And knife each other in the back as Maz eats 30 free damage.
Yep, that's some good stuff. They do have Flash Step pushed up on Catwalk. Strebber's going to be in defense of this B hall. He's going to be posted up there on the wall. The smokes and flashes going to be raining in towards that B bomb site. Strebber right on the other side of the wall. Going to throw a Molotov and peek out. Nice peek. Going to be able to take down Rufel. And now they know that everybody is in the B hall. So a nice play from Strebber. Able to get that first pick on a brilliant peek and a Molotov. And look at the rotation from the CT side. Everybody from Primetime falling back. They do have one member pushed up in middle. It's going to be your number 3 man of Floki. And look at this spot that he's in. He's going to let Benito walk by and get picked from Shazam, so they still don't know that he's there. Maybe Shazam or maybe Benito saw him on the death cam. We'll see if that happened there or not, but he is going to be on the flank now. And all 3 members of the terrorist force is going to be pushing for this B bomb site. So let's go ahead and see what Flash Step has for us as he is in defense. He'll be able to take down one. Maz going to be able to take him out. And now he's got Strebber. Going to be able to take him down as well. And Shazam in the window room. Not going to be able to find anything, but Floki is on the flank. He's going to spot King Gordon. Not going to be able to take him down. Finally does. Plank's getting the better of Maz as well. Now 14-12, Kelevra.
I mean, at the end, that was rough. That was a really good play at the start by Kelevra. Maz tried to equalize by getting 2 picks, getting Flashed Up and Strebber, but he made a really
quite a bit. Ocean's at $0. Yeah, but even being with that said, that round was good. That was a key round. Yeah, they needed that round, but they need.
What the hell? Somebody moved me into a different channel. Alright, we see Floki starting things off. Iadavia going to be able to answer back. Shazam drops one as well. We're going to see this A push coming. Maz going to be able to drop Plank. Strebber is going to answer back, and the trades are real, boys. 3-on-2 situation. King Gordon going to get dropped by that nade. Maybe not. Rufel going to be able to back him up. Take him down. They know where Shazam is. Do a dink onto Shazam. He's down to 11 points of health, but Rufel only 31. Flash Step going to fall back and try to play this one intelligently. And just playing the waiting game now. We see Shazam playing this one smart also, looking for that flank. It's not going to be coming. As we see Rufel pushing in towards that A bomb site. He is smoked off, so he has to push that smoke in order to pick up that bomb. And there it is. Flash Step going to be able to take him down. So now, match point.
Ooh, yeah, here we are. And you're going to see not planting the bomb kind of hurting. So most people can do is buy, they'll have to choose equipment or head armor, and it seems they're all opting for head armor. Out of Primetime, that was kind of weird. Like, Strebber tried really hard to throw that round by peeking out of spawn and just getting absolutely leveled by Rufel. But Shazam getting dinked instead of getting fully killed kind of just swung the balance. That's sort of like one of those weird things you can't control. As close as it gets picked up by goRGN peeking early from ramp. And Maz drops planks too, so now A site's wide open. The 3-on-4 situation here for Primetime, and they're in a really good
Shazam
position.
just hit a nutty shot onto Maz, dropping him in the halls. And that's going to, get that 2-for-1. Still not good situation as Rufel coming up from below. Benito going to be able to pick one off, and your prediction's looking pretty good right now as Strebber, the last man standing. He's going to be in CT spawn, holding in defense of this area. So I had a little bit of leg there as well, but he's going to be getting flanked from CT ramp. And there it is. So now 15-13. And we are still just on the first map, boys and girls. This is an exciting BO3 in front of us. Let's look at the money situation on Kelevra's side. No problems there.
This is the first I've actually noticed, but Shazam has already put up 33 kills so far. 28 rounds
Shazam's
in.
Playing nuts. I think probably half of those are with the CZ auto pistol.
I feel that way, doesn't it? He's gotten plenty of kills on ecos. He's managed to pick up guns on ecos as a terrorist and just drop people. Now he's got early action at mid. Is he going to peek? Everyone's going to die crossing out
Boom.
mid.
Benito's going to get dropped by Strebber in the B halls as well. So a 3 versus 5 now. Floki's taking a little bit of damage, but nothing to be too scared of just yet. We do see some harassment on the A ramp. Grenade's going to come down and rain on Iadavia's Parade. Only does 8 points of damage, but now they know that he's down there. And getting aggressive now is Shazam in the window room. He's not going to peek out, just doing a little hopping around. And he's not going to be able to find anything just yet. Oh, yes he is. Another wall headshot on to Maz. Oh, and Planks whiffing horribly. With Shazam and Flash Step going to clean it up, and your prediction was right.
Yay.
You win nothing.
I love it. I love the feeling of nothing. Just want to thank the folks at home. You've always been there for me. I want to thank my family, the Academy, obviously, for giving me this great award. But if you really want to wrap that up in a nutshell for Primetime, they did really, really well in round 28 to sort of throw off what the expectations of Kelevra, which was you show no action at A initially, and then just peek sort of later into the round. You'll catch them out of position because what they had done before that is you'd see action at A, or they weren't going to A at all, so you could just over-rotate to B. So they played with the expectations of Kelevra really, really well. It's just unfortunate they decided that they didn't want to stick with messing with the minds of Kelevra, and they just decided to try and cheat by getting someone out mid against Shazam, who's just been pretty much hitting everything. So they did themselves a disservice by essentially starting 4v5 and losing a bunch of 1v1s thereafter. But